Welcome back. Now that we've done this painting, I tend to have a sort of evaluation stage, and I always do it a few days after I've actually painted the picture. I just find that something sort of resets in your head artistically, and you can look at a painting a little bit more objectively than on the day that you actually painted it. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about how I'm going to put on the mount, and are there any areas that I'm not particularly happy with? Well, knowing me, I basically dislike everything that I paint. That's my starting point. And then if I'm sort of semi-pleased with it, then that's a big bonus. There's a few areas up here that I wasn't happy with. So this branch sticking in it ended up going sort of a bit fatter here than it should have done. It should start fat there and go thin. Don't know what happened there, except it's a normal watercolour mistake. This bit here with the branch I wasn't so happy with. That's meant to be a bit of snow along there, and I don't know what happened here, but I tried to rescue it. And you can always find faults and errors with things that you've done. But other than that, I really kind of like the crispness of the shadows that I masked out. I like the whole kissing gate thing and the barges or narrowboats. And this is Clifton Wharf, which is a kind of workshop thing. There was a barge here, but I sunk it for the purposes of this painting, so that it wouldn't get in the way and make it too complicated. I should also say that I thought about this bit here. This is a fender, a rope fender that they hang on the front of the narrowboat, so that you can bash into things. And I decided not to go in and do anything more with that. I mean, I could have done, but I just didn't want to labour the point with it and, I don't know, risk something else. I like the thing with the edge of the ice along the canal. I liked the way that the post just sort of sticks up over the blue narrowboat, and how it gives it a more three-dimensional effect. When I started bashing in this muddy bit of the path going to the kissing gate, my heart was in my mouth as I was doing it, and I was thinking, you idiot, what are you doing? That's just too much. But looking at it now, it seems okay. I know that in reality, canal towpaths always have a bit of mud, and so it would be a bit fictional to just have this as snow that nobody's walked upon, especially as you can see this courting couple up here. They've clearly walked through the gate themselves. So on the whole, pretty pleased. I like this bit as well here with the brickwork just being sort of implied on the building. And I had masked out some snowy areas on the roof of like melting snow, and it just didn't work. It looked frankly rubbish. And so I had to sort of scrub it off with a sponge and just repaint it in. Not brilliant, it's just the way it went, but overall I'm fairly happy with this one. And just to be doubly sure whether a painting's worked or not, you can stick on the mount. And I always paint to the edges of the picture, but I know that there's going to be areas that'll get cropped out. This mount is a 16 by 12 inch, where the photo insert size is 12 by 8 inches. And that just about matches up with this paper, and it gives me a little bit of leeway to actually delete or crop out some bits that I don't like. So the bit that was bugging me really was this branch up here, and I'm gonna just bring the mount down. I can just erase it like this mistake never happened. Wouldn't it be nice if all of life was like this? So how far down can I go with that? what I'm doing is just deciding where I'm going to actually sign it. So I can go to about there. But then I'm looking here, do I want to have the base of the post? I think I do. So that means I'm going to sign it either here over the water, or I'm going to sign it there. I think I'm going to do it over the water. So I've had a couple of practice runs with the signature, and I'm just going to go for it. I do mine in block capital letters, and I also stick in the date. What are we in now? February or March? February. So I'm going to stick in 0221. And then once you've signed it, just back away from the paintbrushes and don't touch it. You'll only regret it if you do. And then what I do is apply a bit of masking tape along the back of the picture. Oh yeah, first I've got to actually detach it from the paper block. So you can see along here you've got a place where you can run a knife. So I'm starting off with a little scalpel here, and this always lives in my little bag of art bits. And one day I know I'm going to reach in there and like cut my finger, but anyway, it's a risk I take. And now I'm just using a normal butter knife to get in there. And actually went to, oh yeah, and I washed my hands as well. Washed my hands sort of fairly thoroughly before I'm going to touch the paper. And I'm just pressing here just to make sure that I don't rip the painting that I've spent all this time on. It's going a bit easier now, but I actually once turned up at an art class with a sort of half decent painting that I'd done on one of these glue block pads of paper. I was so proud of this painting, and I was just detaching the piece of paper so that I could have a blank piece to do that day's picture. And I went and ripped it all the way up somehow as I was doing it, and I was just so gutted. And watercolour is just like that, you know, it's just out to get you. Even on a good day, something can go wrong. Even now I'm thinking I can break this this painting. Okay, so I've duly detached it. This is the paper that I use. I'm not sponsored by them. It's Saunders Waterford cold pressed knot, and it's high white, and it was about 30 quid on Amazon UK. And it's really good. It's £140. This is the 12 by 9 inch, and because it's glue bound, you don't worry about stretching the paper, and it can take a whole lot of water if you're doing wet in wet. I should show you, this is my my easel. That's the complete reference to C programming 4th edition, just so that you know. So that's detached, I've got it signed, and I would just flip it over, and I'm going to tape it along here in order to finish it. And there we have it. That's the Clifton Wharf canal painting. Hope you liked this. Please like and subscribe, and keep struggling with that watercolour.